Hello everyone. In this video we'll be discussing about bubble sort in C. So very first, before getting into bubble sort in C, let us see what is sorting technique. Sorting is just simple, I can say, like arrangement of elements either in ascending order or descending order. Okay, I repeat, arrangement of elements either in ascending order or descending order is known as sorting. And whatever the techniques we are using, we call it as a sorting technique. Okay, so here I am showing a few sorting techniques like bubble sort, quick sort, insertion, like that. Many more sorting techniques are there, but in this video I'll be discussing about bubble sorting. Okay, so now let me go ahead. This is the example I have taken for bubble sort implementation. The elements what I am taking are array elements 28, 6, 4, 2, 24. Just observe the set of elements here. They are not in sorted order. They are not in either ascending order or descending order. Nothing. So now we have to sort them by using any sorting technique. So now we are applying what? Bubble sort technique. So the process of bubble sort technique is at a time two elements will be compared. For example, I am going to sort the element in ascending order. The example what I have shown here is arrangement of element in sorted order, and that is increasing order, ascending order. Okay. So now very first these two elements are going to be compared. Let us take array elements a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. You know that. Okay. If array name is a. So the first two elements are going to be compared. Now please let me know, this one is greater than this 6, right? 28 is greater than 6. So as 28 is greater than 6, they are going to swap. There's going to be swapped. Means 6 will come to the place of 28, 28 will go to the place of 6, like this. Okay. Now after swapping of these two elements, where what is going to happen here? 6 to 28, 24 to 24 will be available. First two elements done, comparison and swapping if required. Now second and third elements, whatever the second and third elements are, now they two are going to be compared. And you observe here 28 is again greater than 4, that's why they two are also going to be swapped. So updated array will be 6, 4, 28 to 24. Now what happens, again you observe here at each condition checking, first 1 2 elements are getting checked, next 2 3 elements, next 3 4 elements, next will be 4 5 elements. Okay, now 3 4 elements are going to be checked. You know that again 28 is greater than 2, that's why these two are going to be swapped. Now the updated array will be 6 4 2 28 24. Now again 1 2 3 4, sorry, 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 are going to be compared. Now as 28 is again greater than 24, again these two are going to be swapped. After swapping of these two, the updated array will be 6 4 2 24 28. Now see here, check whether all the elements got in ascending order. No. Now what I have to do again I have to come from starting. Again 1 2 elements, 6 to 4 are going to be compared. Here 6 to 4 are going to be compared. As 6 is greater than 4, these two are going to be swapped. Okay, now the updated array will be 4 6 2 24 28. Again after 1 2 elements are done, now 2 3 elements are going to be checked. As second element is greater than this element, now again they are going to be swapped, right? Like this. 6 will come here, 2 will go there. Now updated array will be 4 2 6 4, 24 28. Now 1 2 2 3 3 4 are going to be checked, 6 to 24. But you just observe here we are not doing swapping here. Why? Because 6 is not greater than 24, right? After that, the next 24 is going to be compared with 28. Obviously there is no need to swap. The updated array will be 4 2 6 24 28. You check here after completion of all the comparisons at second time. I call it as pass 2, this one as pass 1. In pass 2 you check after completion of pass 2 the list of elements 4 2 6 24 28. Now you observe here again the elements not in sorted order. Then what we have to do? Again come from starting. 1 2 elements are going to be combined. So 1 2 elements. Now 4 is greater than 2, that's why they are going to be swapped. Now the updated array will be 2, 4, 6, 24, 20. Now just check it with remaining 2, 3. No need to swap. 3, 4. No need to swap. 4, 5. No need to swap. That's why all the elements now they are in what? Sorted order. So this is how the bubble sort technique works. At a time only two elements are going to be combined. I repeat, at a time only two elements are going to be combined. The order will be 1, 2. If any requirement is there for swapping, they are going to be swapped. After that, 2, 3. There two, if 2 is greater than 3, then again to be swapped. If not, just leave it. Then 3, 4, they are going to be compared. If there is a need of swapping, they are going to be swapped. Like that, each at a time, two elements are going to be compared. If first iteration of all the elements comparison is done, if you are not still getting your required sorted order, then again you have to start from first. That one I call it as pass 2. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, like that. If still in pass 2 also, if you are not able to get the elements in sorted order, then we are going for pass 2. Like that, the bubble sort technique works. So let me explain with the programming example. Okay, here one dimensional array is enough. Hash include stdio.h main I am taking, and you observe here I am going to take one array with size 10, and for supporting I am going to take some variables. I is needed, n is needed, one temporary variable for swapping, c, and j is also needed for me. These are the variables I take. Very first, let me enter how many elements you want to enter in an array. Enter n. Now let me write down scanf percentage d ampersand n. This will be the number of elements we are going to enter in an array. Now printf enter array elements. In order to understand the bubble sort, do remember you should know about one dimensional array at least. Go through the video 1D array, understand what array is, thereafter you come to this. Then only you will understand bubble sorting. Okay. So next, here scanf I am not writing. I have to use for loop for reading the elements into an array. For I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Scanf percentage d comma ampersand a of I. Now this particular for loop will help us to read n number of elements into an array. Just like how I have shown in the diagram. Like this, if I am giving n value as 5, let us give this example only, these elements only, 5, and the elements will be like this, we can enter. Okay. So now again I am coming back to my coding. Okay, where I am going to write the logic for bubble sort, and at last I am going to write one more for loop. Look at printf sorted list is, like that I am putting a message. And for printing also same for loop is needed, but instead of scanf I need what? Printf, right? So now I'm going to write like this, and now I'm going to write here printf, and let me write \t. Okay, so this part is input of array elements, what we are giving, normal unsorted order. This part is what? Sorted order I'm going to receive. But before, in between the input provided and after in getting the result, in between we have to apply what? Some sorting technique, so that all the elements are in either ascending order or descending order. Now I am going to apply the bubble sort from the 10th step. Look at here, for I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. This particular for loop will take care of, I will show you here. Here you have pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, pass 4, like that. Here the for loop what I have written here is going to help you to complete number of passes. And inner for loop is what? Which will help you for comparison and followed by swapping. J equals to 0. I am writing j less than n minus I minus 1, j plus plus. I'll explain why I have taken that. Okay. Here, if j is 0, what is j plus 1? If j is 0, what I am telling is, j, if here the j value is initially 0, right? If j is 0, then what do you call it as j plus 1? Obviously it is 1, right? So what I am trying to do here is, I am comparing a of j, whether a of j is greater than a of j plus 1. Within the bracket I have written a of j, what is the j value? 0. If a of 0 is greater than a of 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 what? A of 1. You observe here, this is a of 0, a of 1. I am comparing these two. If a of 0 is greater than a of 1, if a of 0 is greater than a of 1, I repeat, if a of 0 is greater than a of 1, what we are doing here? Swapping. What we are doing here? Swapping. And here, if this condition is true, then obviously we have to write the logic for swapping. A small swapping logic, C equals to A equals to B equals to C. This is the regular swapping logic we use. A and B are integer variables. Here we don't have integer variables, but instead of A, we have A of J. Instead of B, we have what? A of J plus 1. Now what I am asking is, consider this one as A, just a variable A, and consider this one as variable B. Okay, now how will you swap? Instead of A, what we have to write here? A of J. And instead of A, what I have to write? A of J. Instead of B, what I have to write? This one. Okay, A of J plus 1. And here, A of J plus 1 equals to C. The same regular swapping logic what we apply. And you observe here, this inner for loop only the logic for bubble sort. If j is 0, a of 0 and a of 1 will be compared. If j is 1, a of 1 and a of 2 are compared. If j is 2, a of 2 and a of 3 are compared. Like that. Just like how I have shown in the diagrammatical explanation, the similar way the sorting technique works. The logic what I have written works. Okay, like this. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Again, if first pass is over and still elements are not in sorted order, again you have coming for second pass. For coming into the second pass, what I have written here, one more additional for loop is written. Again you go back, increment the I value, again you come from starting, j equals to 0. Do the swapping. And the question is, why you have written n minus I minus 1? Just observe here, for each pass is over, we will be obtaining the highest element as last element. So what happens is, then no need to compare with the last element, right? One time comparison we can avoid. After first pass is over, we can do comparison of remaining elements. Why? Because last element is obviously the highest element. After second pass is done, last two elements will be the highest elements. Remaining three elements only we have to look at for swapping or all sorting order. After third pass is over, first three elements will be in order, last three elements will be in order. Then we have to just look at only two elements. Like that, after each pass, I can reduce the minimum comparisons. I can reduce the final comparisons. What I can say, the elements were already we have started getting storing in the last place, highest elements. That's why no need to compare with them. That's why I have written what here. I have written n minus I minus 1. Each time the index will be at each pass. I value getting increased at each pass. What is going to happen? The last element are going to be skipped for comparison in order to just increase the time complexity. And you can write directly n minus 1 also. That is also no issues. Okay. So let me execute the code first of all, and let me check what are the input values I have given here. The same input values I will be giving to 28, 6, 4, 2, 24. 28, 6, 4, 2, 24. Enter n. So I am entering n value as 5. So what are the input values we have provided? Let me check once. 28, 6, 4, 2, 24. 28, 6, 4, 2, 24. The same input values are provided. Now see here the sorted list 2, 4, 6, 24, 28. We are getting our result in sorted order. That is how the bubble sort works. Just look at the code what I have written here. Very first, I have asked for n value, how many elements you want to read into an array. Okay, after providing n value, I have written the logic for providing n elements into an array. After that, I have written the same bubble sort logic what I have explained in the diagrammatical manner. You observe here, a of 0 is compared with a of 1. If a condition is greater than, then you are going to apply the swapping. Otherwise, you are going for the next two elements comparison. Like that, the all elements are going to be arranged in sorted order. After arrangement is done, I am trying to check by displaying all the updated array elements, and we found that all the elements are in sorted order. So this is about the bubble sort. Okay, hope you understood what bubble sort is, and it is easy to remember also. Theoretically also, you plus first observe how what is happening here. After that, you compare with the programming, you'll be having a clarity about what bubble sort is. Hope you understood. Thank you.